Hey y'all, good Saturday evening to you. Another beautiful day here in East Texas. This old farm place had a few visitors stop by this afternoon and explore. Saw some wonderment of a child uh, looking at chickens and turkeys and goats and digging potatoes. Thought I'd jump on here real quick and share a few things, but couldn't help. Let me see if I can turn this around real quick. There is a little rabbit. I say little, he's pretty big. It's got to be somebody's pet, but he has been surviving. Look at that. Oh, there he is. About this time every day, let me flip this back around. He makes a little trip from the side of the house and down, and he'll go across and play in that field. And I don't know how in the world he's avoided Sissy this long. Probably because this old yellow wire keeps her back, but she hadn't really alerted to him. I know she's seen it, but that's all right. Live and let live, right? He ain't bothering nothing. A white rabbit. You wouldn't think he'd survive too long in the wild, but seemed like he's doing okay. Is that right, Sissy? You gonna leave him alone? All right. Well, garden is in full swing. We've got good Lord's turned on the sprinkler just right the last few days, a couple of times, and seemed like everything is exploding. Of course, we've been blessed around here with no critters in the chicken house. A lot of my gardening and chicken raising friends have killed 2 or 3 snakes. So we've made it thus far without having to mess with them old rascals. And I've been noticing the egg production's been lower and lower, and the chicken count's higher. So I figured something was up. Talking about it with Jordan this evening. And we made a round through the chicken house, and sure enough, got us a couple of them old wily rascals. Now, y'all can say what you want. It's my place to tend to, so they go in a tree when we find them, at least in the chicken house. But one of them had 3 eggs. Hope he enjoyed that last meal. But they're all right on the place. I think they've got a place in nature, but they don't have a place in there. I lost one of the babies today. I don't know what got it. Of course, snake would have ate it. But anyway, we got that problem rectified. And Jordan got aggravated. We used to have 2 or 3 trees here that we cut down and clearing it out. He said, "Dad, you cut down my snake hanging tree." So this branch was a little bit higher. Maybe that'll send a message out. Boy, them things stink. Good Lord. Like never got that off my hand. Trying to get rid of that thing. But all is well here. Got lots of hens ready to lay. Been peddling a few of those to folks not wanting to wait 20 weeks on a laying hen. We'll take a walk up here in the garden as we visit a little bit. I guess it's been a few days since I've been on. Just been noticing the last few days, things not really off, but man, there's so many people hurting, y'all. I mean, lots of folks hurting. People you'd never think about. But I think this quarantine has maybe revealed some things to some folks that they had ignored for a while. A lot of it probably do with family and maybe even a spouse that kind of grown apart, and now you flung back together and don't have the daily routines of work, and maybe a little added stress from uncertainty with the money and all that, and things kind of fly off the rails. So I've been thinking about that. Some, like that old DW, that little rascal, he's something else. They got plenty of woods to eat, but any of y'all raised critters know it's always better to get that bush on the other side, because where you're at's not good. And sometimes it ain't, especially if you're in a slaughter yard and in a situation that is bad for your health and spiritually and emotionally and the rest of it. But overall, I think there's seasons in life, and maybe I went through my disruptive season about 2 or 3 years ago and kind of got some clarity and grounding. A lot of people are envious of this place and the life I live. Maybe it's simple, not a whole lot to it. It's busy as I want it to be, but there's a rough road to this patch. I don't know if everybody will walk it, but you have to just get grounded. You got to get grounded in your roots and understand that you can be okay if you just focus on what matters. not get caught up in the distractions. Heard a wise tale about an old man with 4 sons that wanted to teach a lesson about things of the nature that we're talking about. So he sent them all off on a long journey, one by one, different times, to observe a pear tree. Well, the first son took off in the wintertime, and he came back. The next one went in the spring, and then followed the third in the summer, and finally the one in the fall. After they'd all made their trip and returned, the dad called them together and wanted to share with him what they'd found. The first son piped up and said, "Dad, that tree was gnarly and dead and doesn't have any use. It's ugly." The second one said, No, what I saw in that tree was fresh life and budding blooms." The next one piped up and said, "Well, I saw something even better than that. It had blooms on it, real fragrant, just loaded down with flowers." The fourth son said, "You're all wrong. That tree had the best and sweetest fruit ever when I observed that tree." The dad smiled and looked at him and said, "That's the thing about life, guys. Everybody has seasons. Lest we judge a situation on a bad season, might need to wait. Cooler heads prevail. Kind of assess the situation a little bit better. We all have the ability to bloom and produce fruit. Some of us are just in a bad season. So you got to hold on, dig deep, and wait for the good season. Can't give up. Is that right, Sissy?" Lights are kicking on. She knows it's time for the night watch. But let y'all glance at the garden real quick, what you can see of it on a video. I'm proud as punch of it. Really am. These old tomatoes, aren't they looking good and green, full of blooms? Those we started from seed on that old rickety table over there, and some red Solo cups and some potting mix way back in February, March, somewhere along in there. I think some of these started off in the living room, to be honest with you. So peppers are starting to come on up. Don't have as many as I wanted. Melons, pumpkins already putting on. Of course, it's a little early for fall pumpkins, but at least I'm getting the practice in, and I know how to do it for the second round, right? Dug some potatoes up today, sent them home. Ain't nothing like some new potatoes on the stove, boiling and fresh with the skin on, maybe a little cheddar cheese. And I like pico de gallo on mine. I don't know if these tomatoes and peppers and onions gonna make it quick enough to have all that together in one batch, right? Maybe I'll just have to plan on that for later. Got our first tomato off that old hay bale y'all saw the other evening. I thought I'd do of course, one tomato. It's good enough for me and Jordan. But my cousin Scott moved off a year or so ago. He and I were real close, and he's working down at College Station. He called me the other day. He'd bought a couple of tomato plants in town. He was so happy. He had 30 tomatoes on these plants. And then he sent me a picture the day before yesterday. They've got blossom end rot. And he was panicked, didn't know what to do with it. And I said, "Brother, there ain't much you can do at this point. Just going to have to address it for the next round of blooms." He may not get them, though, because they're determinate variety and one crop and they're done. So his mom, my aunt, swung by last night for a quick visit. I said, "You know what, old Scotty loves them tomatoes. I think he's coming up this weekend to visit her." So I sent the first one home with her. And it's red. I know it'll taste good. Maybe that'll lift his spirits over that, right? These turkeys, y'all, they're getting big. I can tell. And somebody told me they're going to eat me out of house and home. Well, I'm already out of the house out here, so now I'm a little bit more paranoid about this snake business. I've seen two. But let me try to turn it around. I don't know what good this camera's going to do, but they are getting some big. Hey, guys. As you can see, fully feathered, and the wingspan's big, and they're flying everywhere. But won't be long they'll be strutting their stuff out there in that little turkey pasture. See what these guys are doing. Little goats. That one is an escape artist for real. He hadn't got out other than if I leave a door open or something. But figured out a new use for an old sink, a little waterer. I don't know where they over here laying by the gate. They're settled in and taking care of a little bit of this shrubbery. I I thought it'd be a quick fix, but I guess they need a little time to get the work done. But they're all doing fine. I'll go over for those that don't know the names. That's DW, and there's JoJo. That one was the shy one, but she's become one of my good friends. She's starting to come up to me a little more than the rest of them. There's Reese with the brown jaw. Looks like they like cedar, huh? They're working on that old cedar tree. Goodness, all this green stuff to eat, and they're eating a cedar tree. Well, different strokes, right? Let me do a quick roll call check ahead of dark, and we'll call it an evening. And I guess that'll do it for a Saturday, and another week behind us in 2020. Got tickled. I saw something flash across on Facebook. I know y'all seen a lot of funny ones, but said somebody was throwing away their planter because 2020 didn't. Their planter just went out the window, something like that. I messed it up, but it's funny anyway, right? Maybe that's what we needed, though, was a little reset. Not supposed to figure it all out. Got a plan for tomorrow, but I think you're better off living kind of a day at a time and enjoying the moment you're in. May never see the one 5 years from now. I think a lot of folks are realizing that. Y'all remember those hurting, and really what they need more than anything, they don't need your advice or how to fix it. It's not what they're coming to you for. They got to work through it on their own, but sure could use an ear. Just somebody that really listens and has a little compassion. That's the best way to get out of your own problems, is to listen to somebody else's. Be caring, right? Maybe we can do that a little better, y'all. All right, let's see who's on here, and we're going to call it an evening. Wanda's checking in. How are you? Kathy's saying howdy. My Cocoa Pirate out Louisiana way, Chris King's on. How you doing, ma'am? And Miss Donna Wells out Huntsville way, Wild Man. Let's see, good to see you. Aunt Pat's on. Kill 'em all. No. Can't. Moderation in all things, Aunt Pat. Moderation in all things, right? They've got their place, just not in the chicken house. I will agree that. All right. Karen Wood Smith, howdy to you. Robert saying good evening. There's Miss Charlotte checking in. Ted saying howdy from Northwest Missouri. Let's see who else is on here this evening. Kimberly saying good evening. God bless from Ohio. Back at you, Kimberly Hill. Thank you for joining. There's, I guess it's going to be Jessica. Kent and Jessica Gray. So grateful to get to see the farm in person today. Loved it all. And, well, thank you for coming over. That old Texas heat don't play in the middle of the afternoon. We had to find some AC pretty quick, but that's all right, too. I enjoyed having y'all. Appreciate you stopping by. Enjoyed seeing those kiddos' eyes of wonderment. That'll really put you back where you need to be, y'all. The eyes of a child. There's Benita's stepmother saying enjoyed y'all visit with Jordan. Yep, good to see y'all too. There's Aggie. Good evening to you. Melinda from Oregon checking in. How are you, my good friend? Jane saying howdy from Nebraska. Dorothy's checking in from Trinity. Thank you, ma'am. Teddy from North Carolina Hills. Beautiful weather, gardens growing, had my seasons. Never give up. That's right. Let's see, it says see more. Let me see if I can see more here. Well, it ain't going to work. Sorry, buddy. I guess I have to read that after the fact. Starts off with God, so it's got to be good. It is Friday, huh? No, it is. Wait, it is Friday. Is it Friday? It is Friday. See, I done got lost in the sauce. Tomorrow's Saturday. So y'all have a good Friday today? Anyway, that's what happens when you're simple living. You know, you just kind of get lost in the daily chores. But that's all right. I'll know when the bills are due because they'll start shutting everything off. No. Thank you for that clarification, ma'am. There's Jean. This week's been all off date-wise for me. So, hey, I get another Saturday. That's 2 Saturdays in a week. That ain't bad. I thought today was Saturday, so now I get another one tomorrow. I'm winning. Look at there. There's Deborah, raining up that way. Coming up on a year. Yes, ma'am, I know what you're referencing. I hate the loss of and the non-closure of that. I'm sorry. I think of you often around that situation. Debbie's checking in. Jerry's from Arkansas saying howdy. Hey, Margie, how are you? Joe from Illinois. Here come the goats, y'all. They got to find out what's going on down here. Let's see. Dale's saying howdy. How are you, sir? Let's see. Groveton. That's right, Dorothy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 20 miles apart, 30 or something like that. It does matter, though. Groveton, not Trinity for Dorothy. Hey, there's my sweet daughter, Faith, checking in. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you on. And Duluth, Alabama is where Dale's at. And there's Miss Eva Marie down Polk County way. Thank you for checking in, ma'am. Good to see you checking in. All right, y'all. Well, let's remember seasons matter. Not judge anybody or make rash decisions over one of the bad ones. Sometimes you got to walk away, find yourself again, and continue on waiting on the good season. It's coming. Some may just take a little longer than others. But that's about it, right? I think I'll stop rambling for the evening. Go walk out here with Sissy. And puppy's out and about. She's a good trainer. Sissy is. About to put that puppy in here with the goats and let her be raised up with them. They sure want to. Look at them. Let's see them dogs out there. I think they want to go headbutt them. All right, y'all have a good evening. Ramble enough. Be the light. Talk to you later.